Hey, it's Kurt, and in this video, we are going to take a look at dieselpowergear.com to see what they did right and what they could do better, and maybe what you could apply to your own Shopify store. If you're not familiar with dieselpowergear.com, it is the merch swag part store for Diesel Brothers, the Discovery Channel show about some dude bros who are really into diesel trucks, and they've got a business turned lifestyle brand built around the idea. And recently, what brought this to my attention is they were ordered in federal court to pay $848,000 for air pollution violations related to giving away and selling a whole lot of trucks with emissions defeat devices on them. And diesel trucks, of course, as the name would imply. So when that came up, I checked out their store that was mentioned in the lawsuit, Diesel Power Gear, and discovered that Diesel Power Gear is, as we see right here in the bottom, powered by Shopify. And they've got the link in the footer, but if you are wondering if something is a Shopify store, the dead giveaway I always look for is take a look at their collection, their category pages. And if you see that telltale URL /collection/name, you know right away that's a Shopify store. And in this case, I recognize this theme immediately as the free Shopify theme Venture with some light modifications, right? So if you like this layout, you like this look, you can actually get this for free right now. The theme is called Venture. I've used it. It works. Very simple, straightforward, good theme. So on the homepage in the header at the top, they've got it modified a little bit here where they have these multiple logos. This is because it's part of a network. They've got multiple sites. I like this idea. If you've got a series of sites, why not do a logo bar like this? I think having that network, you're sharing authority, link juice between them, but I think it creates professionalism when you're showing, like, hey, I don't just have one site. I got a whole series of them, and they're all great. They've got their search bar up here. This we definitely want to improve on. Search is so important for e-commerce, especially when you've got a lot of products. So I would add a placeholder input in here. I would say search the store, ... Make it very clear what this does. And we found in split testing that saying search the store in a search input actually will increase usage of it. The other problem here is, oh no, they don't have autocomplete turned on. That's an easy free theme feature that will require, some themes support it. The theme could be customized to do it, or you can get an app to do it. But if you don't want to pay for an app, you want it built right into the theme, you can add that, add autocomplete to the search in your theme. And then up here in the top right, they got their search. I wish there was something to make this stand out more. And right now you can see I got a couple items in cart, but without it, it would just really blend into that search. I like that it's in the top right, but I always want my cart icon to contrast with the rest of the layout. So if it had an orange background, it would really pop. Or if it were moved away from the search, or it was down here on this main menu bar, I think that would be a nice touch. The menu itself, they committed one of my pet peeves. They've got a home link. Oh my gosh, it's such a waste of space. We don't need a home link. People know they can click back or they can click the logo to get back to home. So I would get rid of that guy. And then they've got their shopping links, apparel, gear, parts. Wonderful. I'm glad they have that here. But I want this main menu to be exclusively about shopping. So here they've got giveaways. We'll give them a pass on that. We know from their book, from their lawsuit, which the book came up in the lawsuit, that they are very dependent on these giveaways. This has driven a lot of their success. And they've got this whole big mega menu, which I presume these are names of the vehicles they gave away, and it's related to the show. I would probably say just have a page called giveaways, a landing page, and then on that, you could show the past winners, you could show the current giveaway, and you could have a gallery of all the past giveaways. I think that would be cool. Up here, they link to, whoops, I did not mean to do that. Let's go back. They link to the show. I'm sure, yeah, you want to link to your own show. Maybe they're contractually obligated, but I think it's going to the Discovery Channel website, different website entirely. That's where this logo bar of their various network affiliates should go. Diesel Brothers, the show, could go right up there. And then blog, that could live in the footer. and rewards could live in the footer, especially since it's a pop-up right here. I recognize this. This especially for lifestyle brands, for auto parts stores where people make a lot of repeat purchases. A loyalty program is great. I recognize this one is Smile.io's pop-up, which is why I know you can actually upload a logo for your loyalty program. You can upload a background image into this header. They should totally do that. I'm going to be harder on these guys on creative because I know they are essentially a media company, right? They're creating a TV show and a YouTube channel with millions of views. So I would expect this to be branded a little better, but I'm glad to see they have a rewards program. All right, so that would certainly clean up this menu. Here we can see they're using a mega menu, and this is the one that's built into the theme. So not as flexible as something like Turbo or Flex by out of the sandbox, but for a free theme, still a pretty good mega menu. And actually, this stuff is automatic. The theme will try and add featured items from the collections you reference. Just kind of a cool feature. But under apparel, the layout's not the best. Seems kind of like an afterthought. Apparel, all new. All right, I like new arrivals. That should be up here instead of home, especially for those repeat purchasers. Closeout. Oh, no, closeout. That should be the last item in this main menu. So this main menu, to make it entirely about shopping and to optimize for click-through, should be new apparel, gear, parts, closeout. That would be a really nice way to set up this main menu. And then I'd want to put a little more thought into this apparel. Like it goes men, women, gifts, youth, hats. So like hats gets called out separately. I don't know why. But then in men, it's like they've got t-shirts and sweatshirts. Well, depending on my climate and the season, those are very different purchases. So I'd want to see men's t-shirts, men's sweatshirts. Might be a nice way to break that out. And then kind of an awkward thing this theme does that others don't. The mega menu appears on click, but then if you click again, which you'd think might close it, it doesn't. It actually takes you to that parent collection. So a little odd. You see what it does there. So like clicking it opens, I can move away, stays open. I guess that's nice for usability, accessibility. But then when I try to close it, I can't. Strange. Okay. So on the homepage, they've got these really nicely set up featured images. They've got them in a carousel. You can see it's like, all right, the first one's about their giveaway. They're really on that giveaway strategy. Second one's about a past giveaway, still on that giveaway strategy. Third one is about the giveaway. This one includes a video. And then finally, Legion, I assume this is a promo for these tires, right? Yeah, collections, Legion tires. Okay, yeah, that's a collection for that. So really, I mean, we've got 3 or 4 things are about the giveaway. So since that's the clear strategy, I would just either lead with just this one slide, have just the one. I wish there was a pop-up that invited me to enter. I don't know that I saw a pop-up happen on the site. But since we're thinking about this as a media company, why is this not video? They've got this tremendous YouTube channel. They have a TV show. This should be video, right? And certainly they plan out these giveaways in advance. They know what they're giving away. And they're probably running Facebook ads or something for it. So make like a sizzle promo reel, 20 seconds about the vehicle you're giving away and have that be the featured video, autoplay loop muted. It'll look awesome whether or not I'm here for the giveaway. So easy win there for an organization like this. Scrolling on, the only thing I don't like is in this slider, they've got the headline is orange and then the call to action is red. This is the only place we see red used as a call to action on the site. Everywhere else it's orange. So I would prefer that the button be the orange. As we scroll down, we've got our featured promos. It goes new gear hats. I think it's a little weird that hats gets called out because hats is part of gear, but let's assume hats is a bestseller. So I would rather this go new gear, and then we could do closeouts. Might be a good one to put in here, or bestsellers. I don't know. I recognize this guy from the promos. We know this is talent. This is one of the cast members. So it's nice to have him front and center on the page. If you're a fan of the show, you'd recognize that. That's going to draw you in. And then they've got t-shirts. And if you like this featured collection section, I think this is a really nice layout. That's actually default to the theme. I've liked it so much. I've even customized premium themes to use a featured collection like this one. So you can upload your own image in there. It's pretty cool. But then they've got, all right, t-shirt. That makes sense. But then at the end, this one's sold out. Oh no. So the way this section works, it asks you to feature a collection, assuming they have an automatic collection that's like product type equals t-shirt. Then they could also set one and say must match all conditions, product type equals t-shirt, and inventory greater than 0. And then you're never going to have this. And then I would do sort by best selling. Then you're never going to have this thing display sold out shirts, which could be frustrating for customers. Scrolling down, they're promoting, again, Win a Truck. They're big on these giveaways, and they're promoting their app. But I'm on desktop. It doesn't make sense. So it wouldn't be tough to have just short snippet of JavaScript or some other method of personalization that just hides this when I'm not on a mobile device. Or even better, it says like download in the App Store, get it on Google Play. We should have it recognize, if I'm on an iOS mobile device, display the iOS banner and link. If I'm on the Google Play Store, display that banner and link. So quick personalization optimization there. Then they do more with these featured collections. I love when people display a lot of products on the homepage, just more opportunities to get people to click through. And then they've got Deal of the Day down here. Oh man, let's go back up. Deal of the Day should replace hats. I think that's great. And then they've got recently viewed products down here. I would like to see a heat map because they use this throughout the site. It's on the collection page. It's on the cart page. I'd like to see a heat map that says whether or not people actually use this thing. And then if they do, just style it to match a little better. Like give it a solid white background so it matches like these elements. Give the headline this orange background with white text, and then it would really fit in. And finally, when we get to this footer, here's where the things went off the rails a little bit. The footer could definitely be improved. So yeah, I would ditch the Powered by Shopify link just to clean it up. Sorry, Shopify. I'm not a fan of payment method icons. I just think they look busy. It's an extra thing to load, and everyone knows that, yeah, you pay with a credit card and not like gold doubloons on a website. We could see here they've got their giveaway rules. Well, certainly we could display that better if it were like full width across the bottom of the footer, maybe make it like 1 point smaller. But then it would be a much better layout. You wouldn't have all this dead space over here. I think that would work better. And then I think this is the default theme text. Sign up to get the latest on sales, new releases, and more. It's passable, but it's not great. So something for this might be like sign up to get the latest on new Diesel Brothers gear and giveaways. There, now we have personalized it to the brand. Ideally, I want probably like 4 columns across here. We could do one link list for shopping, so links to the collections, one link list with all info stuff. So it could be like blog, rewards, store info, about, contact us, privacy policy and terms and conditions. That I would love to put under here, replace that Powered by Shopify link with that. Might be a nice way to include that info, put it in the subfooter and keep it out of the way. Heck, even on apple.com, that's where the privacy policy and terms links live in the subfooter. I'm calling the very bottom of the footer, I call that the subfooter. And then they could do like contacted, store info, and another column. So 4 columns across, I think this would look nicer. It wouldn't be tough to do. All right, let's head into a collection. So let's say I want to buy some men's apparel. Let's go into men's apparel. We'll wait for this guy to load. And once we're on the men's apparel website, I think not having a featured image in this collection is a mistake, especially since you could display a featured image of the on-screen talent wearing some of these items, right? Like clearly some of the photos are the guys from the shop wearing the stuff. Just a big lifestyle image from the show, I think would be such an easy win here. And then they've got, it says newest products in stock. I was looking at this thing earlier today, and it actually had out-of-stock products in it. But since then they have clearly fixed it, and it's going sort by newest. Okay. Up at the top here, we see the sort by featured. I'm glad we have sort by, but it defaults to featured, which really means manual. They have set this sort order manually in here, and the downside to that is it's not actually the same as best selling. So if we switch it to best selling, we'll see the stuff gets rearranged. So I'm not sure what the logic was behind there. And if you've got a bunch of collections and you're not on top of it, sorting it manually doesn't necessarily make sense. And same deal, they could get these sold out items to not display in the collections if they wanted to by just adding an extra rule to this collection. And here we got recently viewed products again. The other thing I'm not... Oh, did you see what the collection did there? As I scroll to the bottom, it keeps loading. It's got infinite scroll. Cool. I like that. But I would by default, I would just load this page with 48 items so that we don't have it auto-loading quite as often. The other thing I find odd about this collection is all the call to action buttons. View, 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 view. I don't think we need that. I don't think it's necessary. And a lot of these shirts have a lot of text on them. It's tough to read because these images are small. The easy fix for this here is they display quite a few products per row. They've got 5. That's unusual. That's quite a few. I would display 3 or 4, and then you could do larger images, which would make it easier to see what the heck I'm looking at. Scrolling through here. Oh, look at that lumberjack flannel. I like that. We're going to click on this guy. I like my plaid. I like flannel. So here they've got the image of the product. They've got lifestyle image. They've got detail images. That's really nice. It would also be nice to see if the last image was a size guide. So size guide's so important in apparel to prevent returns and bust objections. So just taking a screenshot of your size guide and putting that as one of the last photos helps ensure people don't miss it. And then ideally, we should have a link to the size guide to pop it open with as part of this size option selector. I don't see one. And then in the description, they've done a decent job of explaining it, but they don't have they don't have a size guide. The other thing that's missing, if I'm making the purchase, will it fit me? I don't know because I don't have the size guide. If it doesn't fit me, what happens? So I wish we had a paragraph about the return policy here, even if it was just a bullet point, easy returns and exchanges. That would help bust objections and convert better. And then if I buy the shirt, what am I committing myself to? Is it machine washable? How do I take care of it? It doesn't say that here. So those are easy wins. Or on the sizing issue, here we got a picture of a guy wearing it. If it would be nice if they told me, hey, the model is this size and weight, and this is the size they're wearing, or height and weight, and this is the size they're wearing. Just give me a point of reference. Certainly these share buttons I would want a heat map, see if those get used at all. Not sure. But if they probably don't, and if they don't, we could remove those. And then it looks like they do a good job of collecting reviews. Wow, that's very good. In this product form, I like that they've got this background color. It looks good. I would probably make it a little lighter than what it is now. And on this guy, the price, this is the only time I see the green color here. So I'd probably want it to be that same orange tied together with that add to cart button. And then this also, I think, it's got this 11 giveaway entries. I think this is the first time it's mentioned. Maybe an explainer, like a message bar across the top of the site that says, every purchase earns you giveaway entries. And then like a link to a page that explains more. That might be nice. If you've dealt with apparel, when you default to a size like this, so every time the page loads, small's the first one. In the variant list, it grabs small first. Let's say I see this shirt, I get excited, I click add to cart. I'm not a size small. I think I'm a size large, but again, I don't know because of the missing size guide. I buy it, I'm disappointed, I have to return it. Well, this creates a headache for everybody. I'm not happy as a customer. The merchant's not happy because they just lost their profit margin. It's not a great experience. So what you could do is customize the theme so that when it sees that a size variant option set exists, default to no selection. So that way I have to make a selection before I can add to cart. So we'll set this to large, as I think that's the size I want. They could also add dynamic checkout buttons, would be a nice touch, but I don't see that here. All right, let's add to cart. And it does the worst thing you could do, essentially nothing. When I add to cart, it gives me a message that just disappears. Why do that? We know the next step in the process is go to the cart page. So it'd be nice if it just on add to cart, refreshed on the cart page with my items added. You can see I was on this thing earlier. Here, we'll remove this item. And we'll remove this item. So when we're here on the shopping cart, easy win. Rename shopping cart to your shopping cart and give people ownership over it. And you can see in the page title, they've actually called it your shopping cart already. On the checkout button, I wish it said proceed to checkout. That would just make the button that much larger and bigger and more accurate, if I'm being pedantic. Another common customization we do is add a second checkout button above the cart form. And that way, it's always above the fold. And then we've got shipping and taxes calculated at checkout. All Shopify themes have that in there by default. We usually remove it. I don't think it makes a difference. We usually remove it, and then often we'll replace it with, let's say they offer free shipping. I don't think they do. I haven't seen it advertised. But let's say they offer free shipping on orders over $100. Then it could say, you're $45 away from free shipping. That would be nice. We've got our special instructions for seller. I'd like that it defaults to closed, but then I can't close it again once it's open. But I would just get rid of it. I can't imagine this thing being useful for anybody. I mean, what am I really going to put in there? So I would just get rid of it unless there's a really compelling reason to keep it. And then up top, they've got an in-cart upsell. I like it. I'm glad it's there. Add to cart button doesn't quite match. That's okay. So it could be styled a little better. Let's click it. Let's add to cart. It adds the item to cart, but then it stays there with the same item. So ideally, once I've added the item to cart, I'd like for this in-cart upsell to go away, or even better, offer me a different item. It's another opportunity to increase average order value. But all right, let's say we'll keep it. Let's head to the checkout and find out, did they style the checkout or not? I already know the answer. Oh my gosh, they did not style the checkout. You would be amazed at how many big brands, like this one, don't style the checkout. They've set the color. We got the color right. And clearly there's, based on this entries thing in the upper right, there's some customization that's happened. But there's no logo. Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So they've got no logo. So Shopify keeps this, oh geez. Shopify keeps the checkout on lockdown. You only have a handful of options. I encourage you to take advantage of them. So you could put your logo up here. You could choose the headline font. You could choose the body font. I bet they could pick a couple of fonts that much better match the theme itself. And then you could set the color for the buttons. That they've done. And you could set the color for these links. Well, they've set them both to orange. I want this button color to pop. I want that to be the one thing people notice because it's the thing they got to click on to go to next. So these links, I'd probably make them like a dark gray, and then that way this orange button really stands out. In the logo, you can upload a custom logo to your checkout. Well, that gives you a way to sneak some extra info into your checkout. So they could put in their logo, but then add a tagline to the logo image itself that says something like easy returns and exchanges. Right, so it looks like they're selling a lot of apparel. That's probably a common objection. So that's going to help increase that conversion rate once they get to step 2, reach checkout. Some other common optimizations we do is you can edit the theme's languages, and payment could be renamed to secure payment. Shipping could be renamed to fast shipping service. Oh, I did not mean to click that again. And we see they're also doing SMS marketing. I like that. We've been very successful, our clients that do SMS marketing. It works well. If you've got, especially like a lifestyle brand like this, where they probably have really loyal fans, that's a perfect situation to use SMS marketing in. And then they've got this express checkout, but they're only offering Amazon Pay. They don't offer PayPal. What I encourage merchants to do is offer both. Offer Amazon Pay and PayPal, and then let it run for 30 days. And then go in your Shopify analytics, check your reports and your finances report, and you can break down payments by payment method, payment provider. And that way you can see like, all right, does one wildly outperform the other? Okay, then you can optimize by getting rid of the one that isn't used much. Or maybe they're about similar. Then you've got confirmation that you should keep both. And maybe they've already done that here. I don't know. And then, all right, they kept this... this thing, I like this. This must be an app. I've never seen this. This purchase gets you 13 entries. That's kind of cool. I've never seen that before. Other than that, though, I hope this was helpful. Again, I rarely do these unsolicited teardowns, but I did this one because it was topical. I thought it would be fun. And if you have questions or your own suggestions for this site, comment below. I would love to hear your feedback.